been told to keep your hands tightly cupped like a paddle when you swim? I know I have. But I want to ask you this question. Which do you think is better, to keep your hands tightly cupped or relaxed? Hey everyone, this is Coach Mandy, and in this video I'll be addressing a very common question I get asked a lot, and that is, Coach Mandy, is it better to keep your hands tightly cupped like a paddle as you swim? First, I want to refer to my earlier video that I've posted about the fight or flight response. I've included a shortcut link to this video in the description below if you haven't already watched it yet. So one of the most common physical triggers that happen from this fight or flight response in the water is tension. And it always is centered around the neck and the trap and shoulder area. There is an action that can trigger this tension to progressively consume over your body. I want you to try a little experiment. Make sure you're standing up straight, and what I want you to do is go ahead and extend your arms straight and put as much tension as you can in your hands and your fingers. Keep them tightly closed. And in this position, I want you to feel really what happens. Do you feel any tension move along your arm? Do you feel rigid? For me, I feel tension going all the way up my shoulder and also my neck in this position. So now from there, I want you to maintain the same position, keeping your arms straight. But then what I want you to do is I want you to release the tension out of your hands and feel how that is as well, comparing between the first position, keeping the tension in your hands, versus letting it go. What I feel immediately is that my arms are naturally going to rest where they're supposed to. Of course, I'm holding them up, but if you're in the water, you would want to practice the same thing, putting tension in your hands and then releasing them. What you'll find is that even keeping your arms straight, that your arm will naturally rest in the right place and you won't feel tension going up your neck and shoulders, which is big. And that also goes with putting tension in your fingertips like this. You don't want to have that either, right? But you want to feel all of those scenarios, whether it's tightly cupped, relaxed, or having your fingers spread apart. So here's a quick demonstration in the pool explaining exactly what I showed you. Putting the tension in my hands and then releasing. So this is the same demonstration, but from the other side. So I want you to try that experiment also in the water, and I want you to ask yourself this question. Out of those three scenarios, which one feels easier for you? Okay, so now let's get back to the concept of your hand as a paddle. Now, if you bring your hand up like this, and if you just look at my hand, for example, you see you're actually mapping my surface area of my hand. Now, the surface area of my hand tightly cupped like this versus relaxed is a little bit different. It's almost the same, but if you want to think or focus on the hand as a paddle, the surface area of your hand being relaxed is far greater than your arm being tightly closed or your hand being tightly closed. The reason why is because you're moving through water. Okay, it's not air. Water is 800 times thicker than air or denser than air. So when you're moving through the water, you're moving past it. You would think that if your hand is relaxed like this, that you're going to slip through the water, and that's actually not the case. What happens is when your hand is relaxed is it creates a web in between your fingers because water is thick. But really, that's not the main important reason why you keep your hands relaxed. It's about tension, right? If you have tension going all the way up your shoulders and into your neck, your whole stroke is just rigid and tight versus relaxed and actually freely moving. But in terms of a paddle, think of that hand being relaxed as a bigger surface area than having the hands closed. So I will ultimately leave the question up to you. Which one's a better paddle? A tightly cupped hand with tension or a relaxed, soft hand? Try it out in the pool and let me know what it is. Of course, don't forget I have some useful videos and extra tips to help with your training by clicking the links below in the description. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, stay tuned for more.